Okay then, so this is it. We're going for the MOT on the Meat Wagon. So I'm going to drive it there, obviously slowly, and then we'll see you on the other side to see if it passes. So actually going to the McDonald's drive-through, you know, we're on the way. It is on the shortest route to the MOT stations, sort of. But you got to go through the drive-through, ain't you? Surely. Feels like the brakes are on. It does feel rather slow, and then we might have to put a turbo on this. It is painfully slow. Yeah, you know, today. We can just comment, this isn't CGI, we can enjoy real drinks here, real drinks, no messing about, no CGI, all above the law. Thanks a lot. Oh yes!
So we broke down on the way to the MOT station.
Okay, so we took it for an MOT and it really didn't go well. First off, we couldn't get to the MOT station because we swapped the master cylinder in this, and I had a later model master cylinder and we put it on. I'll show you what went wrong. So we put the modern master cylinder up to this, which is a later model sort of fairway taxi servo, and this bit sticks out a mile, meaning that every time you put the brakes on, it just sort of made more brakes until we were just stuck in the road. Yeah, didn't go well. We've swapped that, we've put the more modern vacuum unit on the other master cylinder, and then that's all fitted. So we've got that done. So another problem at the MOT station, we couldn't get this in the brake test rollers because the front bumper's too low. Obviously it goes up at the back, that does bring the front down, but what I don't want to do, I don't want to fit air on the front of this, because already the Meat Wagon's become way more involved than it should be. So I don't really want to do that. So we've come up with an idea. All we need to do is go in and come out and not just totally bottom the truck out or get it stuck. So what we really need is a robot arm or something like that, or basically our own jack fitted to the underside of the car. So this is what we've made. This small barrow for moving melons around a farm. What we're thinking is that we've got, these are two radius arms off another taxi. We've had to late them out a little bit because there's things in the way. And we're going to have that at the front of the car with an airbag on it. So when we go up to the ramp, we can go and lift the front of the car and lower it into the rollers so that it's, you know, it's spot on, it's at the right height. And then when we need to get out the rollers, we can lift the front wheels out with this airbag, and then we can arch the Meat Wagon, you know, forward, you know, a few centimetres on those wheels, and then drop it back on its wheels. This will lift back up, and that's it. We've done it. We've got on the brake roller, tested the brakes, and we can get out of it again. Literally, the only other option to this was to fit air in the front of the truck or lift the ride height. I don't even know. Lift the ride. I recognise the words, but I don't know their meaning. Raise the ride height. Sounds like a riddle to me. But anyway, it's going to keep low. It's going to have this, and we'll be able to lift ourselves out of the brake tester. Let's have a look at it on the car. You might be thinking, God damn, you can't have another set of wheels on the front of the car. This really is only for MOTing, and if we wanted to get this on that ramp, we could have jacked it up, put some blocks under the bump stop, gone down there, would have gone on it, would it have been under the bump stop? Yeah. Yeah, so we could have put a block of wood on top of the bump stop, under the chassis, That is right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And then we could have gone down there and got the MOT, but yeah, the bloke who's having this, well, first you ain't got a lift, and you just can't sell someone a car that, yeah, when you take it for an MOT, don't forget to run some bits of wood in it. It's not right. So this way, he'll be able to just hook this
melon trolley,
the melon trolley up, and then it will come down. But we'll put, just like an airline hitch in the side of the car, put the airline on it, it will lift and it will get out. And then in subsequent years, it's nice and easy to do. You've not got to have a mechanic there just to take it for an MOT. So let's see it in place in its home. And you know what as well, on most cars you won't be able to do this, but we've got this massive void at the front, so I don't know, it sort of worked out good-ish. It all mounts we've welded these, which are the spring hangers off of another taxi chassis, and we've welded these in, that slots in, this is, god damn, this whole thing as well, I don't know what's wrong with this today, we've made it so incredibly strong. I suppose because it seems a bit dodgy, it needs to be super strong. But I've got to stress, this is only for use in the MOT station. After that, boom, it will be held up here on a spring, it will never come down. And also, because we're going to plug the airline in from the outside, there is no chance of this ever accidentally coming down. Going down the motorway, all of a sudden front of the car comes up, I've got no steering, I'm going off of a bridge. So it'll be totally safe. So all we've got to do is just lift it out the rollers. That's all we need to do. So let's get it into position, and then all of this nonsense might make some sense to you at home. So normally this will just sit up here, and this is going to be held up on some strong stretchy springs. That'll go down, and at this point, that's it. We're good enough to get in and out of the brake tester at the MOT station, and then this will just return back up, and normal service is resumed until the next year of MOT. God damn it, it's heavy. Why have we made it so incredibly strong? I reckon you could just drive on this. Get some rack and peanut in there and we'll be fine.
Rack and peanut?
Yeah. Well, what do you think it's called? Pinion? I think you'll find you're wrong.
No, your opinion's
Rack
wrong.
and peanut. Oh, you can see it here as well, where we've had to let this bit out so it clears this, the shock absorber on the steering, which is on every car, isn't it? So all we've got to do now is mount the bag on there, plate on there, and we're ready to see the car magically lift. It'll be able to do a wheelie down the road. But oh my god, the Meat Wagon's doing a wheelie. Another great thing with this as well, you never see, because a lot of the time this will be in the workshop, then we'll bring it out to go on the ramp. If we're putting it on the ramp, it's a day we're going to work on the ramp because it's raining. Always raining when we're out here. Not today though, it was earlier. But the main thing is, this will be able to lift the front of the car as well, so it swings onto a 2-post ramp without any blocks of wood or anything like that. It's just like having a jack built into the front of the car, really. The old melon barrel. Was it a melon barrel? Yeah, that's it. Oh, melon barrel. Okay then, so there's the grill. Underneath the Meat Wagon, we have got, and it's a little bit hard to get in, but you can see here, we've got these trolley jack wheels on this jack. Above that is the airbag, and in here, as we go in, I can't even make out in the camera what we're looking at now, but we have this bit here, and what that does, that comes down, rotates out the way, and then this can be used. And then when this isn't being used, that slots back in and we pull it all the way up on a bit of all thread to here. And we can wind that up with this wing nut bolt, and it will bring this up so that this down here, and these wheels can never touch. Now don't forget, this is only for MOT time to get it out of the brake tester. So let's see how it works in full. So first thing we've got to do when we use this is unwind it. And just unwind this a bit. And then that drops down, and then we can unlatch this from the melon jack, the melon barrel. And there it is. It is out of the way. And now, what we do is just here, we might add a Schrader valve that goes down to the airbag, so we can pump that up, and you'll see the car will lift. And what that will do is lift us in and out of it'll get us out certainly, and make sure we don't go too far into the brake tester. But also just for like getting on our 2-post ramp here, you know, this lifts up, you can put some blocks under that, you can get it up and then just swing the arms under, so you're not just messing about constantly jacking up each end. You know, before this had all this sort of thing, yeah, we were spending 45 minutes getting it on the ramp, and it's just not practical. And we can see under here, we can see the airbag, and we've got these springs that just pull it back up a little bit, but then we have also got the mechanical clamp that holds it right up. I think as well, you could arch this car along on those wheels as well. So when we lift the bottoms of the wheels out of the rollers, we'll be able to arch forward back onto solid ground, okay. But before, there would have been some like crazy burnout stuff going on at the MOT station. In fact, there was last time. So yeah, and that's when we were asked to leave. But this time it's all going to be okay, and they will actually MOT it, please. So that's it. That's the melon barrel air jack, which that's what they're called forever now. You do this on this car, you can say to everyone, it's got that melon barrel under the front, you know what I'm saying? Boom. And of course, when we don't need the melon barrel anymore, boom, down we go. Just take the air from the Schrader valve. Front of the car comes down, back to normal ride height. And then all we've got to do is clip in the safety, wind it up, and it can just sit under the car till the next MOT. Of course, the best way would be fit air ride to the whole front of the truck, but it's really not that kind of truck. There's been a lot done, and this has been quite an expensive project. So, and it doesn't really need it. You know, the back will drag in the road with the air down, and you know, it's great. But there it is, melon barrel air jack. That might be a t-shirt coming up, melon barrel air jack, I don't know. Okay, so while we're here, just hanging around the front end, we've done some more under here. So under the bonnet here, we mounted this towing hitch to this bit of board, and we're going to put it under a seat, but it didn't fit, and we've mounted it to the top brackets on the battery, and that is what slides in at the back for the towing hitch. Towing hitch that you people at home haven't seen yet, because we didn't film it, but I promise you we will film it and show you how we've put it in. And we're going to wire that up so that, you know, if there's need for a small trailer for extra buns, or just like probably a meat skip, just loads of meat, just chuck another bit of meat on, delicious meat skip. But it's nicely mounted in here. You just take this out to the back, stick the pin through, and you are tow ready. Oh, you've got to take the number plate off as well. But yeah, all of that, we've got the neat compressors, we've tidied all our wiring. I'm sure you've seen a lot of this before. We haven't got to just jet wash this engine because it is still covered in a lot of clag dust. But all looking neat, all looking tidy. It's probably going to work for a long time. So that's it, the Meat Wagon now ready again for its MOT. This time we won't be asked to leave. This time we will get it MOT'd, and it's going to literally lift out of that ramp like battle bots. It's going to be awesome. on Monday, for everyone watching, send some vibes my way. You know, I'm sure if we all think let it pass, it'll pass. Anyway, I will let you know how it did next time. Okay then, so that's all there is for this week. It's a bit of a short episode, but we have had quite a tough week. It's just been a very hard week, and the weather's been really bad, so I've not been able to get out on the ramp. It's not been good. In the meantime, don't forget, like, click, subscribe. The thumbs up thing, that's the like, innit? Share the video. Share it with, you know, your mum, dad, kids, everyone. Just share it everywhere. More views, more custom works. Oh yeah. Also, don't forget, you can buy a t-shirt from our Etsy store. It's got to be, I think it's got to be the ultimate Christmas gift. And now is the time to start doing Christmas shopping. I've done all mine. No, I've not. But anyway, buy t-shirts, do all that. I'll see you next week. I thank you very much and good night.